Imagine having $100 billion and still eating McDonald's for breakfast. Imagine being one of the richest people on earth and living in the same small house you bought 60 years ago. This is not a story about greed or luxury. This is a story about patience, simplicity, and the quiet power of believing in yourself when no one else does. Warren Buffett did not follow the rules of money. He wrote his own rules, and those rules changed the world of investing forever. If you are learning English today, working hard every day, wondering if your effort will ever be enough, this story is for you. Warren Buffett was born on August 30th, 1930, in Omaha, Nebraska, a quiet city in the middle of America. His father, Howard Buffett, was a stockbroker and a congressman. And Warren? Warren seemed like an ordinary boy too. But look a little closer and you will see something different. At just 6 years old, Warren bought packs of chewing gum from his grandfather's store. Then he walked through his neighborhood and sold each piece of gum for a small profit. Can you imagine that? 6 years old, already thinking like a businessman. At 11, he bought his first stock 3 shares in a company called City Service. He saved his own money. He made his own decision. He was just a child, but he was already dreaming big. By the time Warren was 13 years old, he was delivering newspapers in the early morning. Every single day, rain or shine, he saved almost all the money he earned. He was building something, brick by brick, even when no one was watching. This was the character that would define him for the rest of his life: patient, focused, and deeply, deeply determined. But his greatest challenge was still waiting for him, and it would shake him to his core. Warren Buffett loved business more than anything. He studied hard. He read hundreds of books about investing. He felt confident. He felt ready. So after finishing his undergraduate degree, he applied to Harvard Business School, one of the most famous schools in America. He was excited. He was hopeful. He believed this was his path. They rejected him. Harvard said no. He felt crushed. He felt embarrassed. Can you imagine working your whole young life toward one goal and then having the door closed in your face? Warren was devastated. That means he felt deeply hurt and sad. He was young. He felt like a failure. He questioned himself. Maybe he was not smart enough. Maybe he was not good enough. Those feelings were real and they were painful. But then, something small happened. Something that changed everything. In his sadness, Warren picked up a book called The Intelligent Investor, written by a man named Benjamin Graham. He read one page, then another, then another. He could not stop. The ideas in that book felt like electricity running through his mind. He discovered that Graham taught at Columbia University in New York. So Warren applied there instead. And this time, they said yes. Warren Buffett packed his bags and got on a train to New York City. He had no idea that this moment born from rejection and pain would become the most important moment of his life. At Columbia University, Warren sat in Benjamin Graham's classroom and felt something he had never felt before. He felt like he belonged. Graham taught a philosophy, a way of thinking about investing. The idea was simple but powerful. Find companies that are worth more than people think, and wait. Just wait. Be patient. The market will eventually see the truth. Warren was not just learning. He was transforming. That means he was becoming a completely different person inside. After graduating, Warren wanted to work for Graham's investment company in New York. Graham said no at first. Warren offered to work for free. Graham still said no. So Warren went back to Omaha. He was disappointed but not broken. He started teaching an investment class at a local university. He was only 21 years old, teaching adults twice his age. And he kept reading, kept studying, kept growing. Then one day the phone rang. Benjamin Graham called. He offered Warren a job. Warren said yes immediately. He moved to New York, worked with his hero, and absorbed every lesson he could. When Graham retired a few years later, Warren returned to Omaha. He had a plan. He had a vision. And he was ready to build something the world had never seen before. Warren Buffett started his own investment partnership in 1956 with just 7 people, his family and close friends. They gave him $100,000 to invest. Remember when he was a little boy selling gum on the street? Now he was managing real money with real trust and real responsibility. He worked from a small office. He lived simply. He focused completely. The results were extraordinary. That means truly incredible and beyond normal. Year after year, Warren's investments grew faster than almost anyone else's in America. From that first small partnership, he built a company called Berkshire Hathaway. He bought businesses that were strong, honest, and built to last. He bought Coca-Cola. He bought American Express. He bought companies that millions of people use every single day. Once he had nothing but a paper route and a dream. Now he was one of the most powerful investors in history. Once Harvard told him no. Now world leaders and business people came to him for advice. From a quiet boy in Omaha to a legend known across every continent on Earth. And through all of it, he stayed in his house. The same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. He drove ordinary cars. He ate simple food. While other billionaires built giant yachts and private islands, Warren Buffett ate a bacon and egg sandwich and went to work. The world watched, amazed and inspired. Warren Buffett did not just build wealth. He decided to give it away. Almost all of it. He has pledged, that means promised, to donate more than 99% of his fortune to charity. Together with his friend Bill Gates, he created the Giving Pledge, encouraging other billionaires to give away most of their wealth too. He wanted to build schools, fight disease, and help millions of people he would never meet. The lesson Warren Buffett teaches us is not about money. It is deeper than that. It is about time. He teaches us that slow is fast, that waiting is powerful, that the person who stays calm and patient will always beat the person who is desperate and rushed. He also teaches us that true wealth is not what you wear or where you live. True wealth is what you build, what you give, and who you become. Just like Warren Buffett, you do not need to be the loudest person in the room. You do not need to be the most talented person. You just need to keep going. Keep learning. Keep believing in what you are building even when no one else can see it yet. My friends, if you are watching this today, maybe you feel ordinary. Maybe you feel like dream school already said no to you in some part of your life. Maybe you are tired. Maybe you are afraid that all your hard work will never be enough. I want you to hear this clearly. Warren Buffett was rejected too. He felt lost too. He questioned himself too. But he picked up a book. He found a teacher. He went back to his small town with a big dream. And he changed the world quietly, patiently, and powerfully. You are stronger than you think. Your path is not finished yet. Every word of English you learn is one more brick in something beautiful you are building. If this story inspired you, please give it a like. It helps more people find these stories. And subscribe to this channel, because every week we bring you powerful stories of real people who prove that ordinary beginnings can lead to extraordinary lives.